So Victor Miller and John Cunningham are apparently currently involved in a copyright dispute that affects the franchise Friday the 13th, but isn't just any franchise. It happens to be my favorite horror franchise in general. And it's a little bit disheartening because apparently, according to Dread Central and the news article I read, this is a couple days old, I'm just now getting to it, Victor Miller would retain the rights, if this goes the way they want it to. Victor Miller would retain the rights to Friday the 13th, which means he could release a Friday the 13th film, which would honor like the original concept and what have you, but it probably or shouldn't have Jason in it. Therefore, then Sean Cunningham could release a film, I think, with Jason without the Friday the 13th name. I think. Maybe wrong. Either way it is, it sounds like the Friday the 13th name could live on under new management or somewhat old management if you go back to the original screenplay and who turned in a treatment for it apparently. But I don't know if I like the idea of Jason not being in a Friday the 13th film. It really seems like Friday the 13th, the franchise, or the TV show, which some people like, but I don't know, I'm not that big of a fan of it. And plus, it's been, what, almost 10 years or so since we've seen Jason. So if you release a Friday the 13th film, you're probably going to want to do that with Jason in it, or you're going to have a very, very big backlash of people upset that they waited so long for a Friday the 13th film, only to get something else besides Jason. I mean, this isn't like Halloween 2 and 3, where, they waited, what was it? It was just a couple years, I think, between the two, and they tried something different. There wasn't that much time in between that. This is a whole other thing. People want Jason at this point. Could Sean Cunningham release a Jason film without the Friday the 13th name? I'm not sure. Like I said, I'm not a lawyer, so I don't know, but I don't like the sounds of it. I mean, we've seen Jason X, Jason Goes to Hell, those type of things that didn't have Friday the 13th anywhere in the title. I don't know if that means I could go back to doing that or what. I don't know. But it's pretty disheartening. But like the actual guy that wrote this on Dread Central, I want to get his name right here. It's either Jonathan Barkan or Jonathan Barkin, something of the sorts. He put that he really wanted to see Friday the 13th move away from Jason, which I'm just over here like, what? Why? Why would you want that? That's like Nightmare on Elm Street without Freddy Krueger. It's like Halloween without Michael Myers. And you've seen how well that went when they didn't put it in there, which it took probably 10 years for people to actually realize how awesome Season of the Witch was. But that don't mean every time you release a Halloween film, I don't want to see, Michael Myers in it. It'd be like Phantasm without the tall man at this point. So there's really no reason for them to even try to do anything besides work this out, because I don't think nobody wants a Friday the 13th movie that it doesn't have Jason in it. And I think at this point, if you're going to release anything, it needs to have the whole package, because that'd be like releasing a Friday the 13th game that doesn't work. And you've seen how well that's went over.